Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you? Take it easy. 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 Take it easy.
Let me have a look.
Seems we had a productive day. Hope we can... The dawn of a new day. What do you have planned? Right, we just...
Look who decided to show up. Get your butts in gear and get to work. Time's a-wasting. Oh? What's with suddenly
Sure. Let's just say... Nice! We... Ooh, Paimon. That's it. Paimon doesn't even have the energy to talk anymore. Is it time to eat yet? Oh, Paimon's exhausted. Wait a sec. Now that Paimon thinks about it, haven't we been working on... Oh, Paimon feels... But It doesn't seem like anything's changed at all. And we made it to the coupon cafeteria safely. Are the so-called hidden rules only a rumor after all? Well, there's no use to just guessing all day. Paimon's stomach has been grumbling the whole time. Paimon wonders what we'll get today. Wait, what? What in the world is this stuff? Meat? But what do you think is going on? Is this the No, stop right there, Paimon gets what you... Hey, isn't that Woolsey over there? He must have made the food right. Hey, Woolsey, have a moment?
What is it? I'm about to go report the numbers for today's free meal, so you'd better make it...
It's about the meat in our...
The meat? Oh, that.
How could... what should we do now? Woolsey wouldn't even give us the time of day. Yeah, looks like we have... What would you like to do this afternoon? Okay, let's see if we can...
Oh, hello. You two are the ones who were with His Grace.
No need to be so nervous.
Sorry, I couldn't help but think of His Grace once I saw you, and I... well, it's hard to say. Maybe I am.
Wait, seriously?
Well, I'm always indecisive, and I tend to make a mess of things. It's like a reflex. I just instantly start to tense up the moment I see a smart and... What? Please, don't...
Take it easy.
Oh, wonderful. I was worried that you'd be busy trying to earn credit.
Paimon likes having more coupons. Have you also been investing?
No, I was just slacking off, and you happened to catch me. My brother is still obsessed with anything remotely related to the forbidden. Oh, before I.
Huh? Credit?
I've been here longer than you, so credit coupons aren't a resource in particular.
Aw, that's so nice of... Hey, look! There's that suspicious guy peeking into the infirmary. He must have dropped this. The Melissy perceive the world. As a result, their sense of aesthetics. Ooh, this all sounds pretty serious. And as for the nope.
Take it easy.
Rowan?
Oh, I was injured a bit just now. No,
Huh. Paimon wouldn't have...
I just knew you would say that. This is pretty embarrassing.
Oh, you mean she was...
Yeah. The rumors say that there's never anybody in the infirmary in the half hour before lunch, and nobody knows.
Huh. That's actually really strange. Cedrine...
Forget it.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
Hey, it's the Traveler and Pipe. No need. Listen, I feel ashamed about last time.
Huh? No, we couldn't take...
But when I was welcoming you... Come on, I insist. Just like His Grace said, paying attention to every little detail is the key to prosperity. Maybe...
wing? Aren't you supposed to be in the infirmary? What are you doing in the production zone?
Hello, Traveler. Paimon. Everyone's usually busy around now, and we don't have any patients to look after in the infirmary. I thought I'd come here and enjoy the sight of everyone hard at work.
Enjoy? What's there to enjoy here?
It's really worth watching. I often stand here and observe everyone. Humans are just so interesting and adorable.
Are you talking about pets or people?
Oh, I can see why you think that, but you shouldn't jump to conclusions. See, we Melazines are a different species, and we see the world.
Wait, Melazines can see that? Huh. That does sound useful for being a nerd.
Yeah, take care of your body. And make sure you eat.
We'll definitely take care of...
Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it.
Oh, you want to stop investigating and go rest? Okay, you should rest. So after working a few days straight, we... Has our invest... Really? Well... The dawn of a new day. Paimon feels like we're getting used to life as convicts. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? What do you have planned for us? After working here so long, we're really starting... But doing the same thing all the time can get... Yeah, it's good to kick back and relax. Whoa! Isn't this the super lucky meal? Paimon's gonna take her time and savor. What would you like to do this afternoon? Maybe we'll be able to...
Grab yourself a welfare meal.
Take it easy. I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again.
Oh, you must be the Traveler, huh? Sorry, mate, but competitors as strong as you are prohibited from participating. I don't make the rules, mind you. Even convicts value their lives. But we have a game here that'll let you show off your strength, and you...
And if we lose the game, will it come?
Of course. That's the cruel reality facing every competitor in a place like the Pancrate. Okay, great. Let me walk you through the rules. The targets in front of you will pop up one after another. You'll need to hit the targets in the same order that they popped up. If you can complete a few rounds in a row with the second you mess up the order, the game costs 300 credit coupons to have it go. So, thanks for your patronage, man.
Okay, do your best to hit the targets, just like Colin said!
Your strength really shouldn't be underestimated. Now I get why you're prohibited from participating in any official... Nobody who values their life would be willing to get in the ring with you. However, you two haven't tried betting on the outcome. Just go talk to Rusimov. Buy a ticket for whichever fighter you...
But we don't know anything.
That's normal. Just watch a few matches and get a feel for the...
He's got a point. Why don't we give it a try? If we haven't...
Bet at random, huh? Well, how should I put...
Huh? We shouldn't get too carried away. What's the problem?
What? I never even picked a boxer before, and you already know about the rules? You're not just strong fighters. Seems you're pretty perceptive, too. Might as well tell you about it, since you already know that much. Plus, I think you've got the potential to be one of my greatest customers. I think I can let you in a bit. Besides, I don't want to risk ever losing a customer like you.
Is it that serious?
Okay. The hidden rule here is, if you buy both boxers' tickets and support them both, something bad will happen the next morning.
So the rule is that we shouldn't pick both boxers in the same fight. But if anyone actually did that, wouldn't they be guaranteed to lose coupons? Who would do that anyway? And what do you mean by something?
How would I know? Not like... But I've heard a story about... According to the rumor, there was a masked boxer who However, in the final match, the organizers told him to take off his mask. And after that, he was never seen again. Some say he died, or that he would, in his eyes, supporting both...
So you mean it's like a curse? He'll take...
No, he was always wearing a mask, like he was...
Traveler, do you think that... Huh?
You're not... Look, here I was just trying to be nice and warn...
Yeah, it sounds pretty scary to Paimon. Seems you've...
Betting on both fighters will set you back about 3,000 credit coupons. If you have enough, then go ahead and...
We woke up so early today that Paimon's been nodding off all afternoon. Good thing it's finally time. The dawn of a new day. Paimon feels like we're getting used to life as convicts. What do you have planned? After working here so... But doing the same thing all the time... Yeah. Whoa! Isn't this the super lucky me? Paimon's gonna take her time and save her and... What would you like to do this afternoon? Maybe we'll be able to find some leads?
Are you two here to buy?
Who are the boxers and the...
We have the reigning champ, Le Grappler.
Are those their nicknames?
Since you're new around here, I'll help you out and give you a little suggestion. Anyway, for this match... I can tell you're new to this. Maybe you don't quite understand the rule.
Oh, no need, no...
All right, then.
Yeah, we got it. Aw, looks like we won't get a chance to sleep in as long as we're here. Let's get...
Hey, Traveler, Paimon. Package here for you. The next time you buy something...
Huh? A package? For us? Did you buy something, Traveler? Paimon's not quite awake yet, so why don't you go take a look? Ah, right! Yesterday we broke the hidden rule and bought tickets for both boxers. Oh, maybe... Paimon suddenly feels wide awake. Wait, maybe let Paimon go hide somewhere first. Just call Paimon after you opened it. Hey, wait! Paimon's still here! Don't open it! Huh? Oh. It's just a small bottle. But the color of the liquid inside looks so wrong. Almost like... Alright, that's enough of that. No need to say it out loud. Paimon already knows what you're trying to say. Ugh! No way! Get that stuff away from Paimon! Paimon thinks we shouldn't open the bottle. What do you have planned for... Though it feels nice to slack off a little, less work means less coupons. Let's make...
Sorry, I don't know who you're talking... Sorry, I don't know. Sorry, I don't know who you're talking.
I'm not very good at...
There's no one here that's... In the eyes of His grace,
Take it easy.
Well? Shh. Save... If there's no way to say...
Who are you? We...
I'm not! Of course.
Then what are you?
I'm a promoter for FONTAINE, and I'm usually responsible for promoting our drink products.
Oh, a promoter from...
After discussing the company's promotion, however, in light of our long history of successful collaboration, let me take a moment and recall his exact words. I'm just gonna stop. It seems you don't fully understand the value of credit coupons here, nor do you understand the value of your own products. The former is because you are from the overworld, that's understandable, but as for the latter, only someone monumentally stupid, so breathtakingly stupid, that they were completely ignorant of the... Anyway, that's how he rejected...
Well, he is the head honcho here. Not much you can do about that.
Fine, fine. I know I should... I just...
Hey, I heard you crazy fools really did it. You bought tickets to support both fighters, didn't ya? Well, did anything happen?
Well, the next day we received a mysterious package, but we still haven't made any sense of the contents.
So it is real. You didn't become cursed or anything like that, did ya? Are you both still okay? Wait. Are you sure that it's still you controlling your bodies right now?
Paimon's not sure. What do you think, Traveler? Is Paimon still Paimon? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you two don't... Still, I didn't expect you would actually...
Even if we bought tickets like everybody else, it's not... When it comes to things like this, it's always the
Hey, just what are you trying to imply? We make so little that even the current tournaments can only be held thanks to
Oh, so it's the company that manufactures Fonta sponsoring the events? Paimon thought all of this was thanks to the Duke's support.
Let's just say it's a mutually beneficial arrangement. They reached out to us for... anyway...
Take it easy.
Oh, it's you.
Hey, maybe not. Every page has the Fontaco symbol on it. Maybe it's some flyers from the company. Okay. But if someone catches us, they could accuse us of trying to steal the company's secrets, couldn't they? Oh, you're right. Guess there's nothing to worry about then. Let Paimon have a look here. Without assistance from the Fontaine Research Institute, we have no choice but to let the new product undergo the first phase of promotional we have decided to only conduct closed Sure doesn't seem like anything unusual. The company is just trying to develop some new products besides Fanta. Let's put these papers back where we found...
Take it easy.
Huh. We ended up here without even thinking about it. Wanna grab... Alright. Oh. Just a regular meal. What would you like to do this afternoon? Seems you're really getting the hang of things at the but just playing the same game over... Yeah, why don't we have Collins lower the difficulty a little? A mysterious box? Do you have any ideas, Traveler? Really? Well, okay, so we've investigated 2 of the hidden... We'd better pick up the pace with our investigation, otherwise we'll never get... Yeah, let's skip work for... Hey, isn't that Vidoc over there? Huh. Is it just Paimon, or are there fewer people than usual here today?
Seeing you at this time must mean you've already saved up a lot of credit coupons. Or at least enough to skip work. Impressive.
So, now can you tell us?
If that's what
Huh? What do you...
Leonid and those other pesky broke urchins have all gone to work in the production zone.
We get it, just...
So, you know those pipes that make strange sounds? Don't ever, ever go near them.
Something even more...
A group of
Cannibals?
every month, they meet a few times in the dead of night. Rumor but what's even scary, since they have no way to dispose of the leftover remains.
Paimon might already know what you mean by other forms.
I've got things to do too.
Traveler, can we just trust him on this one? Oh, Paimon doesn't want her blood and flesh entombed here for all eternity? Oh, so that's how you see the situation. Huh. You know, Paimon does feel a little better about it now. When will all the secrets end? Vidok isn't here. But the guys who went to work in the morning are back. Let's go ask them!
What? What are you saying?
Just stay.
What are you talking about?
Their attitude sure is suspicious. Like they're trying to avoid us. But if they're being so obvious... Oh, this is all getting way too creepy. So you mean we still need... Fielding?
What do you want?
We just want to ask... Have you ever discovered...
Why are you asking about something?
Well... Right! We've heard it happen...
Really? And now that you mention it, I recall my colleagues talking about...
So, what happened?
They just conduct regular There are 3 pipe cleaning days per month. And it just so happens that today is one of the scheduled days.
Oh, okay.
If that's all, then I'll be leaving now. I advise you not to try...
Don't worry, we don't want any time... Oh, he left. So what do you think about the pipe cleaning days he mentioned? Right, both are a possibility. But Fielding did say that tonight is a cleaning night. Paimon knew you would say that. I'm so tired. But we can't sleep yet. They'll be cleaning the Whatever. Huh? Traveler? Did you fall asleep already? Well, it's about time for us to get moving. Just be careful to avoid the patrolling guards. Shh! Careful! We'll get in trouble if the guards catch.
Navigating the... world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to...
This should be the place.
What? I know you. You were the ones.
Huh. You've got gut.
You'd better leave now. Ain't no...
What'd you say?
Yeah. So what if they...
Hey, what's the point?
I don't have to tell you anything.
Yeah, scram. Nothing worth seeing here. Huh? What did you...
Isn't that exactly what boss...
Hey, do you know our boss? Whoa. We had no idea our boss... So, did he have you come...
Oh, so your child's crew here?
We're the only ones who heard him say those words when he left that night.
Wow, those dreams of yours sure...
We gave him the business for a while, and would always give him a hard time when he first came to the fortress of Maripede. But here in the fortress, Strong, well, he was working the longest hours and racking up wins in the past. You could always see how amazing he was, even when he was teaching us. So eventually...
But one day, he suddenly told us that he had to find a way to escape and as his crew, if the boss wants... So, we got to work and used the hidden rules that were here to make up and spread the rumor. We just wanted to give him a better chance of escape.
Oh, thanks to your rumor, no, but has a child already escaped?
Because as far as we know, the pipe he went into isn't actually an exit. It leads to an abandoned factory area, and even if there were, but boss still insisted on, so we told him, and that if he wanted to come back, he should wait for nighttime on a pipe cleaning.
So you come and wait here through the night a few times?
Yeah, but it's been so long now.
Nothing could ever defeat boss or...
Okay. Paimon was just brainstorming.
All right. Keep quiet and follow us.
Take it easy.
The way up from here has been sealed off. It's impossible. Boss left by going down from here. It wasn't full of... Later, we came back hoping to have a look. That it's impossible to navigate.
Do you think Child got trapped?
Not likely. We all know that Boss was an incredible...
Really? Then have him come investigate.
It's getting late. We should leave before...
Yeah, we learned a lot about what happened to Child here. We fought... When you said you knew a diver, you were talking about Fremine, right? Ugh. Why is Child like this? What was he doing going into the pipes? Fortunately, though, it seems like it... Now that we can finally relax, it's morning already? Oh, Paimon still needs more sleep. Huh? Wait, look over there! It's one of Linny's cards! Let Paimon see what's written on... Maybe you haven't heard, but today is the monthly free. It's been a while since we last talked. Ooh, today's our lucky day. We have the day up. From the sound of it, Linny's been making... We still... Look! There are some people talking over there!
If you ask me, those pompous parasites on the surface act like they're all a bunch of aristocrats.
Hey, speak for yourself.
Oh, you think you're special or something? If you're here, then you're just...
I don't...
Hey, how cool would it be if the whole world was destroyed by a giant...
What kind of filthy bilgewater are you spewing? Listen, things ain't so great on the surface, but who says that you have to leave? I've heard that you can still stay here and work. Who wants to live in the ruddy...
And what makes you think they'd want to hire someone like you? That's one of the great mysteries of the universe, how someone...
Whoa. Sounds like they're really... Speaking of which, Paimon never heard anyone use the words overworld or underworld. That's true.
over there? Yeah, you. Say, do you like playing card games? You know, like Genius Invocation TCG?
You TC?
Hey, come on now. What's wrong with finding fellow invocation if it... all right.
But why would you...
Whether you're throwing down cards or throwing punches, there are lots of card players here in the fortress. When I saw you, I immediately thought, hey, even out... Sure.
Great! Since you've been here longer than us, you need to flex your seniority a little bit.
I thought you would have already heard everything by now.
Why don't you pick?
All right. Have you heard any spin? Did you know that there are two guys who are always skulking around in the corners of corridors gossiping. The bigger guy is Quist. I never really found their gossip very mind-blowing. If you're interested, you can go talk with them. They tend to talk...
Good to know. Do you have anything else to tell us?
Let me think. Sounds like you want to hear something a little more tantalizing. Oh, did you know that the Duke was also a convict in the fortress of Meripede before?
Huh? Wait, are you serious?
That's right. The Duke was an inmate just like you and me. Seems he was exiled here for committing some crime. Who knows how he ended up rising up to become the warden, though. To go from an ordinary inmate to becoming the manager of the whole place? I'm not gonna lie, I kinda respect that. A forbidden zone? Sounds like something that...
It's just a rumor we've been hearing.
Anything else? Not that... See you later.
Take it easy.
There's a group of people over there.
So I said, that's not a faucet.
Oh, sorry for eavesdropping. Sounds like you were talking about something private.
What's the matter? They're just looking to join in on our fun, that's all.
Hey, don't pretend like it's okay for them to just interrupt us like that. Your expressions tell me you're looking to hear some juicy info.
Really? Are we...
You're kidding. How often does anyone get a personal tour led by His Grace himself? Practically everyone was talking about it.
A little mistake, huh? I like the way you put it. You see,
I'm Quisto, and this is Lavaroon. People usually call us the Bombshell Bros, but...
So, you...
No. You don't get it. Knowing intelligence will make things better for you here. For example, knowing who's working with whom, Whoa, all this info's worth something, you...
I don't mind him. Quisto's the welfare meals. Talk about the welfare meals.
Right. That...
Is that so? To tell you the truth, I've been helping out with making those welfare meals.
Oh, so you're the one who
You are correct. I am a true professional. Since you like my cooking, I guess that means we share similar Listen, kids. The power structure within the fortress is quite complicated. The overworlders could... You've already met the one person here you should never cross, the Duke, Risley. He knows more than you think. And if he doesn't care about
Those who have the Duke's attention get all
I know who you mean. It's that Jurier character, right? I don't think there's anything useful about him at all. Why does he visit the infirmary practically every day? Is it normal for anyone to be going in and out?
But did you know that Jurier was
I don't care if he was a researcher that could turn dirt into Mora. What? Speaking of which, the last time I saw him, he was passing by the corridor with Lorvine. I also heard they started arguing in the library.
You mean he hit a woman?
Wow. But that Lorvine's also quite the odd one, you know? She's always gabbing away, got into a fight with a man, and she also got sent to the infirmary.
Wait a second.
Do you think could it be that they're secretly meeting there to go on?
After all, I do remember seeing Lorvine beat Juria to a pulp.
Okay, we've talked to just about everyone, and it's about time for us to go meet Linny. According to the card he left us, we should go meet him in the production zone.
Is it really all right for us to talk about?
That's just how it goes.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Huh? That look in your eyes. You.
Hey, this is no time to be modest. Just tell him we.
Oh. Huh. I'd have never guessed that myself. He is a harbinger after all. Unfortunately, this isn't enough for our final report to Father told me that even though Master Child said he was just coming to Fontaine for a vacation, he actually had some personal reasons.
His escape route is already flooded, so we'll have to test out.
Well, when you put it that way.
Bingo!
He's working today. Coming here as a group would have attracted too much. It's the least I can do. Honestly, I'm far more impressed by you guys managing to collect all this information.
Collecting information?
Now, let me think. To find out more information, and if he's to do that, he'll have to set out on the next pipe cleaning day at the earliest. That's 6 to...
You can even estimate how long it'll take for him to get back?
We've been working together for a long time. Traveler, what say you to meeting here 9 days from now? We'll be able to pick up Fremine while we're at it. Oh, and there's just one last thing. Though we can just sit back and wait for Fremine's report on Master Child's where... Fremine's no master of disguise. Lynette's still working on getting intel from the other areas, and I'll need to spend some time helping Fremine prepare for his dive.
What do you want us to do?
Well, I won't call it easy. Listen carefully. You'll need to find an You've mentioned several sketchy-looking people always meeting at the infirmary early. Investigate the internal structure of the infirmary and any active dealings within. But also, there's no need to take risks. Don't forget, safety my apologies. I just started rambling out of habit.
But that's not a bad thing, right? All right, then we'll head out as soon...
Let's go our separate ways for now, then.
Hey, stay here for now, Punt. There seem to be several people inside.
Right. I feel like it's not impossible.
It's a bit hard to understand. Someone, please help! She's sick!
Whoa, are you okay?
Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before you...
The traveler started complaining of a stomachache, and then nausea, and then collapsed at... freezing limbs, twitching.
Let me take a look. Please, lie down over here. Don't worry, I'll get you to the bed safely. Here, hold on to my shoulder and walk slowly.
You can do it.
Don't apologize. You're sick after all. Now, please relax. I'm just going to do a preliminary checkup on you. My checkup has confirmed that she's not in any... Oh, that... I'll continue my diagnosis of the patient now. Don't sense serious damage to your organs. And here? Huh? But base... what about here? Oh, I think you just ate something that disappeared.
So that's...
And there have been other inmates. Congratulations! The health risk is incredibly... Miss Levine, I'll have to trouble...
Very well.
And she had...
Hello. So how are you feeling now?
Her stomach aches really bad. She was...
If Miss Sijuin says it's not a serious problem, then there's...
But it also looks like she's...
well... What do you mean that's true? That's really misrepresenting the situation. Though they may have committed crimes and gotten locked up here as a result, they still know a thing...
Yeah, you're right. But did you have to lecture me about it in...
that's correct.
Are you two...
We've been sick a while. I come back every once in... You could say she fancies herself as Miss Sijuin's capable helper.
Please watch your mouth, Mr. Jurier. Don't forget that you are the...
Hey, don't start arguing now, please! Hey! There's no need to fight! Everyone will...
Release. It's way...
Please allow me to end this boring and useless
And same to you, Miss Lorvine. Anyway, that was more than enough rest for me, so I'm going to get out of this...
He just slowly walked off? Like that?
That's just what... I'm sorry you had to see all of that. I'm Lorvine, and that...
You really can't...
I mean, can you blame me? I'll accompany you two for a while. No.
I'm back! Did you rest like you promised?
Thank you for getting our...
Did you all cooperate with your bed rest? I trust that nobody got up to walk around. Good. Here. Miss Levine. Yellow, huh?
All right, then I'll also be on my way now. I hope you feel better soon.
See ya!
I'm going to fill out your medical record now.
Those two made quite the commotion just now, so why don't we let...
So her... Alright then.
Is there anything we should know besides...
No, her base constitution is quite good. So,
got it. Paimon will... Oh, you're going to take a nap already? We've been to lots of places.
So you're the best of companions. You're awake.
How do you feel? You slept for a really long time.
Well, now you can go back without a worry on the...
Thank you, Miss Sijuin!
Seems like a lot of...
just can't.
You really are something. To be able to fall asleep like that and even sleep talk No, but you kept mumbling things along the lines of, Paimon talked with Sijwin the entire time you were asleep. She seems like she's just a Whoa! You really are super thorough. All those tiny... Today's the day! Let's go meet up with Vinny!
Hmm? Did you two run into any trouble over the past few days?
No, we just worked our shifts according to the schedule. Nothing weird happened.
That's good. We've taken a look at the slip you've sent. Fremine successfully left the grounds via the pipes 2 days ago, and...
Wait, why is she getting involved as well?
You already went above and beyond when you scoped out the infirmary. To put it more infiltrating a guarded stronghold is a different kind of job from a one-off investigation. We want to avoid using the same faces. Lynette also felt like you have already taken the first step.
So that's what Lynette thinks. Oh, Paimon hopes everything's going well for her.
Then, let's go check on Lynette before...
Is now really a good
According to my observations, Sijwin always spends around half an hour away from the infirmary right before lunch. Lynette knows this as well, so this should be a good time. Also, I'm her brother, remember?
Okay, then let's head over right...
Lynette should be here, right? Huh. Strange.
As expected, Sijwin isn't here, but why isn't Lynette here?
No, Lynette rarely deviates from the plan. We agreed that if she were to make change... Unless...
Let's see if there are any clues around here. We can look while we wait for her.
Okay. None of the beds have any signs of having been slept in.
That's the one Lynette must have used, right?
Mm-hmm. She would have said her migraine was having a particularly bad flare-up. Generally, which means either the head nurse didn't return the
There are some books here and, advanced nursing, how to raise the spirit. These sure are some interesting books. She even has books on understanding people's motivation.
Seems quite normal to... Wait, this thing? The space behind it is empty. From its size, I don't think it's an entrance that is meant to be taken apart. Could Lynette have tried to get inside? Let's look around here for some more clues.
Hey, you guys, there's a slip of paper over here.
A slip of paper?
It's right over here, and there's a bunch written on it too. It reads, "Out of respect for your usual practices, I'll use a piece of paper or card as the medium to pass on."
This is...
Is that all? The back. This is...
Show me! Now!
That look on your face. Paimon's reading it now. Would you care to guess where Miss Lynette of the Fatui could be right now? No. Could she have... Is she already...
Wriothesley. Did he deliberately leave the infirmary unguarded to use it as bait?
Wait, you mean he was aware of our goals from the very beginning? But why? We didn't run into any trouble last time, and he also never reached out to us since.
Yes, that is a crucial question. Wriothesley, he doesn't do anything without a clear goal or reason. So this means he had no concerns. You're not from the same camp as us. You were sent down here by Nervulet, so you have no conflict of interest with Wriothesley. We're a completely different story, though. I'd like to know that, too. Don't panic, just think everything over. Wait, you're right. Wait, but that means... the fact that Fremine was able to leave the grounds... could Wriothesley have let him go as well?
But what does he gain by letting Fremine leave like that?
So he's challenging me and trying to provoke me, I'm sure of it. We never should have sent out Fremine. We had to go through all that trouble to find an opening to sneak him around the guards and into the pipe, and we even thought luck was on our side. If Wriothesley let him leave on purpose, then he's...
Lenny's getting more and more panicked. We have to... Don't be like this, Lenny.
No. I'm the leader of this operation, and I'm...
Hey, don't be reckless! Traveler...
I simply cannot allow Lynette... I have to go. I'll find a...
He's rushed out the door! After him!
Right. I feel like we still...
It's not impossible, but it'll require
Is that so? Huh?
Is someone?
Pack everything up. Whoever's outside is eavesdropping.
Someone! Please help!
Whoa! Are you okay?
These two. As expected, what a delightful turn of events. I like smart people, but oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Being able to read human expression.
Wait! Wait! It's no use. We have to catch up to him.
Take it easy.
He's already out of sight. How is he so fast? Let's go head him off at Wriothesley's office.
Come out and face me, Wriothesley!
Aren't we at an administrative office space? Why don't you at least try to follow even a couple rules from the fortress's indoor—
What did you do to my
I ran into the young miss at the infirmary. I'd heard that she was suffering from quite the migraine, so I decided to invite her over for a cup of—
Stop joking around! Where did you take my siblings?
I have also heard that your performances are quite the spectacle. Miss Lynette would sometimes enter a box filled with— Maybe she'll appear behind you right now.
Is he trying to trick me into turning my head? No. You knew we were investigating the infirmary from the start, so you deliberately aroused the Traveler's suspicions and baited us into continuing our investigation. As for Fremine, no, you probably didn't even interfere with Child's escape. You let him go.
There was no need to do so. The Fortress of Meripede is a pretty pleasant place. Most people enjoy their lives here. The only ones who act differently are those with personal agendas.
You removed our original members and spread the news of Child's escape so Father would assign our team to come down and investigate. Fremine has also fallen into your hands, right? If you're oh so omnipotent and so in control, what—
One correction. Lynette is in my hands right now, but Fremine is not.
He's not. What?
Lenny!
Oh, wonderful. Everyone is here, so I'll only need to say this once. Eager and to the point, I see. Alas, only Miss Lynette is— Although, as per your original plan—
Wait. You locked him outside in this—
I closed the fortress's gate to the outside world. That's all.
Fremine's a star diver, so he—
No, we're still here, so he definitely tried to find a way to come back for us. So we can't assume he might have—
But why would I do this, you may be asking? To have an audience with you, of course. My intel tells me that Mr. Linney is a great— Besides, I do recall you mentioning to Miss Lynette that you've always wanted to have a face-to-face meeting with the Lord—
So, you've been keeping
Some of my folks just happened to hear a thing or two, that's all. I was willing to play dumb and turn a blind eye, so we had a pleasant few days playing games together here. But once you started focusing on the Forbidden Zone, Mr. Linney, the cards are stacked against you right now. Miss Lynette is in my hands, and Mr. Fremine is still slowly being pickled out there in the brine. You need do but one thing to guarantee their safety. I would like you to contact your—
You want to see Father?
Well, if she cares for the well-being of her dearest children— I've heard that the bonds between the members of the House of the Hearth are like the bonds of family.
Why did you think Father sent us to handle the Fortress of Meripede? This place is basically a no-man's land.
Oh, I see. So it's because she doesn't care for my place here. That's such a shame. After all, I've amassed quite the tea collection. I was looking forward to sharing it with her.
Was this the extent of your master plan to get to Father? No matter how much pressure—
You people really are difficult to get along with. All I'm asking for is a face-to-face conversation. Does— Mr. Linney, you have one—
Lenny!
Instead of asking why I'm doing this, why don't you try to see things from my perspective for a sec? I gave you a warning by cutting off the first few operatives I found, but that only caused you to double down. Had you given up on the fortress then and there, I'd have— Mr. Fremine left the fortress on his own, and Miss Lynette tried to pry out my secrets right in front of me. No matter how—
I shouldn't—
6.
Wait,
2. Time's up.
Risley!
Negotiations have broken down. Please leave.
Yeah, listen to the Traveler. If you
You do realize that I'm only letting you go because of Neuvillette, yes? You're here helping him out, and I've already done— But that doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want. The fortress may be small and remote, but it still has its own set of laws. Then how about this? Those who are capable deserve respect. You've spent quite some time investigating my home. I'll ask you 3 questions. Question 1. Regarding the hidden rules of the production zone, what is the truth behind the one about not being allowed to work for 3 days in a row?
been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. Meanwhile, the Duke believes that only idiots who don't understand the value of coupons would spend them on Fonta. We often see Miss Sijuin observing the prisoners at work near the production zone. It seems like she can perceive the general state of a person's health just by looking at them. Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product. The research note said that the Melusine race perceives the world very differently from humans. Because of that, the Melusines have... According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place... I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. But what could Sijuin be doing during that time? We often see Miss Sijuin observing the prisoners at work near the production zone. It seems like... I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. But what could Sijuin be doing during that time? The research note said that the Melusine race...
So that's what's going on. Paimon understands it now. The hidden rule of the production zone. People are not supposed to work 3 days. At first we thought this strange meat must have something to do with the people who... She often visits the production zone to observe the work out of her sense of duty as the head nurse, as well as her genuine concern for the workers' health. Sijuin visits the cafeteria right before lunch. And Sijuin has only the best intentions with her surprise gift. And doesn't, unfortunately, Melusines as a race perceive the recipients of her lovingly prepared special... Are we on the right...
Not bad. You've uncovered Siege. All right, now for my there are also some hidden rules in the Pancration ring, including the one that you're not allowed to support both sides of a fight.
According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fonta company sponsored it. Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an... The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. Meanwhile, the Duke believes...
Paimon gets this rule too now. So they're really what that hidden rule of the Pancration ring is about how, people get scared when they see it because they... But really, it's just a bottle of the latest yet to be a blood-red drink. It's the company, facing backlash from its own staff, decided to try to trial the product. They came to the fortress of Meropide and offered to sponsor the Pancration tournament so they could put the Duke, knowing how valuable coupons are in the fortress, knew that only total idiots who didn't understand the... And so, only those who proved their stupidity by being dumb...
I acknowledge the effort you've put into bringing the truth of this mystery to light. Although, based on your description, that Fonta promoter is a bit too careless with his words. I may just reconsider my collaboration. All right, and here's the final question. What's the secret behind our head nurse and all of her patients in the infirmary?
Stop your cruel and pointless games, Risley! You know that we haven't finished our investigation, so there's no way we can answer the last question. The thought of sparing Lynette and Fremine never even crossed your mind! You'll pay—
Lenny, are you alright?
Oh, close one.
It was nothing, Your Grace. Sejuine, though this gun may look like a toy, it's...
Sejuine... You...
Not at all. I am mere... When Monsieur Nervulet asked me to come here, he told me that my job...
But if you mean what you just said, then isn't Linny someone you should be looking after as well? Isn't he a resident here just like the rest of us?
But I really am just doing what Monsieur Nervulet told me to do. Everything I did, I've done. His Grace knows it too, right? Your Grace?
My dear Sejuine, whatever shall I do with you? What did it—
Well, it's nearly time after all. The way you do things can be truly frustrating some—
What are you talking about?
Take me if you want.
How touching. Can you just give me one more minute?
Don't be like that, Your Grace.
All right, everyone, calm. I'll go get a cup of tea.
I believe I hear footsteps.
Some space, please.
Ah, Miss Clarend. My door.
Fremine...
What's going on? What is Clarend doing here?
Work.
I'm sorry about shooting you, Mr. Lenny. The tranquilizing effect—
What happened to Fremine? Wasn't he diving just outside of the fortress? Why is he looking like...
A flushed face, an accelerated pulse.
What did you...
Please, make some space. I'll need to give Mr. Fremine a more thorough...
I'll talk to Clarend while you get Fremine to where he needs to...
What's that look on your face? I thought I made good time.
Oh, I'm just admiring your punctuality. Had you arrived just a few minutes later, Sejuine may have been forced to shoot Miss... How's the situation out there?
The water has changed. It's pretty much as expected. I was only out there a short time, so it wasn't too bad. But if...
Where was he when you found him?
The abandoned zone at the end of the pipes.
Closer than I thought. He must have recognized it early on and tried...
Locking the door was necessary. I don't think we could have...
Well, I did try to convince him that I had my reasons.
It would probably work on Neuvillette. He has a knack for picking out who had good intentions, even when the outcomes were all
It's a bad sign if you're having to plead your case to... Want some tea?
Not particularly. If you want to drink some that badly, just say...
Fine, I'd like to get some tea.
Might as well then, I suppose. Actually, do you have...
How is he?
These symptoms are probably caused by an acute ingestion. Of course, it would be best if he stayed for further observation. Sorry. I am aware that the
Why would he ingest a large amount of primordial seawater after leaving?
Please, look after Mr. Fremine for the moment. I'll go fetch some medicine and a respirator.
Where is she?
Oh, she just took a nap in an empty room after I tranquilized her. If my calculations are correct, she should also be waking up right around now.
Linny, are you okay?
I'll be...
Are you sure? You don't...
My hands and feet are still a bit weak, but...
I'm back, everyone.
Lenny! Oh. Fremine?
He'll be fine. But for now, please help me lift him up.
His breathing's beginning to slow down.
Give me a hand and help me get him to the...
Yeah, I'll take him from this side.
On it. Traveler, you seem pretty worried about him. What?
The Duke and Clarande are gone.
They probably went to get some tea. The Duke will explain the truth in just a bit.
Take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy.
He's awake.
Lenny. Lynette.
We're all here. The infirmary at the fort. How do you feel? Don't.
Trap. The sea. There's something wrong with.
Shh, it's okay. We can talk about it after you've recovered.
No, listen to me. This is really serious. There's primordial seawater mixed into the regular seawater. I don't know why it's there.
Pipes.
Right, the pipes. It's all coming back to me now. I'm in. Seems like this pipe hasn't been used in a long time. It looks abandoned. Where could Master Child be? This mechanism looks like it's been tampered with. Could he have done it? It's getting stuck on something. Seems like I'll have to avoid those obstacles while I turn it. I want to spend some time at the bottom of the sea, in peace and total silence. This is where the water starts. Okay. Master. The vegetation here is a bit more sparse. These traces aren't natural. A person must have left them, and recently. Oh, there are traces here too. I need to keep going. Huh? The traces are gone. But I don't see where he could have gone from here. Wait. What the? My heart is racing, and it's getting harder and harder to breathe. What's going on? No good. I have to get back. They still don't know anything about what's going on. If I turn back right now, I should still be able to make it. I can't die here. I have to push on.
So, in other words, the trail you were following vanished.
That's right. I tried my best to swim back, but I had already put some distance between myself and the fortress. And I just...
Miss Clarande brought you back, but we also don't know.
Miss Clarande, you say?
You're still too weak for Monet. Miss Lynette is right. I believe Miss Clarande will stay here as a guest.
A guest? Then I can assume Rise...
You should ask His Grace about that.
Yeah, it's about time he actually told us what's going on.
No, please go on without me.
Lemmy.
The logical part of my brain is aware that we're safe right now, but I still can't bring myself...
Understood. In that case, I'll leave the infirmary to you.
Thank you.
I'm also really sorry, Lynn.
Don't say that. It was all my fault.
If I was stronger, maybe...
No, how can you...
Huh?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's right.
Lenny, we understand that you're worried about us, but we're worried about you as well.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
I take it, Mr. Fremenade.
Of course. I wouldn't have left the...
I've been expecting those two.
I wanted to check up...
Mostly fine.
If you don't mind, I'd like to...
All right.
Well, want to...
Of course. But I'm not partial to the... Where should I begin? How about you start by asking me any questions you have? You can start with whichever one you'd like to get answered the most.
begin. Did you know about Lenny's goals from the very beginning?
No. I just knew they were Fatui operatives sent to the fortress by the Knave. As for their specific goals, I only figured those out as you made progress on your investigation.
You managed to monitor and stay—
They came here with ulterior motives. I'm quite adept at discerning what that— Initially, I thought their goal was just— Linny suggested that I had deliberately let him escape. But in truth, I didn't really do anything special to help or hinder him while he was here. Of course, it's inevitable that the Knave would make a big deal out of her— I'm also quite curious about where that Harbinger went. So I figured I might as well let the Fatui do their own investigation.
So you were hoping Lenny's—
You make it sound like that's a bad thing. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. I assume that Fremine has— The Forbidden Zone has always been Linny's target, and you got roped into that investigation after running into him. I began to intervene out of concern for your safety, and also to prevent the fortress from becoming—
Are the rumors true? That you're also—
Why would you put it like that? Isn't staying here all day and serving as the manager of the fortress a kind of sentence unto itself? Another form of prison?
Oh, right. Paimon—
Me, of course. I paid her good more. As a champion duelist, Miss Cloran could be considered to be an independent party. I needed to find an exceptionally capable—
And saving Fremine—
You can think of it like that, yes. Credit where credit is due, that boy is quite adept at diving. At conditions, that's not something you should be asking after. Nova, all I need to prove to you is that the Forbidden Zone had nothing to do with the Harbinger's disappearance.
But we've already uncovered that there's something wrong with the infirmary.
You make a compelling case,
Yeah, Paimon—
even if the truth may not be pleasant. Follow me.
There's a hidden door here? And a whole basement behind it? Huh. You're pretty good at hiding stuff, Risley.
It seems you've forgotten just what kind of place the Fortress of Meripede is.
Take it easy.
Stand on the central plate.
Wait, is there a secret mechanism or— Whoa! So, this is the Forbidden Zone? Honestly, for a place so well hidden, what a huge door!
There are 3 such isolation gates in total. Generally, am I correct to assume you're going to run on back and tell your little Fatui?
Well,
Well, I'd advise you wait until you've seen the whole truth of this place.
Huh. So there's a switch up—
Stand back.
Whoa! They all just went up one by one!
Go on, have a look. I've been interested in what lies beyond that gate ever since I assumed leadership of the Fortress of Meripede. Of course, it would be unwise to recklessly open it, but it'd also be risky and negligent. The readings on that dashboard have not budged since the day when I first laid eyes on this place. But over the past year, the needle has crept upwards from its original position, likely because some parameter it's been tracking is— Normally, I would have ignored it, but I happened to have some free time when I noticed it, so I investigated. Very reasonable guesses. The temperature should vary with weather and climate changes, so for something that rarely shifts, the water pressure is more. Later on, a few more possibilities occurred to me, such as a potential connection with the primordial. Over the past few days, the needle has moved again. With that, and the symptoms that Fremine displayed after leaving the fortress, I can now confidently...
The concentration of...
And that is precisely the problem. We're at the bottom of the sea, and now we're surrounded by toxic seawater. Somehow, primordial seawater got mixed in, and the concentration is steadily rising. Yes.
But forget about the two of us. Not even Neuvillette knows where the primordial sea could be. Oh.
Seems like you've figured it out. I believe the primordial sea lies directly beneath this sluice gate. For some reason, the primordial seawater levels have risen significantly. The indicators are now red. Although the gate still stands, some primordial seawater has already leaked. If this continues, soon it will no longer be able to hold back the primordial sea at all. Yeah, you know what the legends say. If this place falls, then everyone in Fontaine will be turned into puddles in this.
But that's just too weird! Why would the Fortress of Meripede be built right above us?
Your expression tells me you think this might be part of a vast, complicated conspiracy. It's just that the secret of the Forbidden Zone had been long forgotten by the nation before. There's no single founder of the Fortress of Meripede in any traditional sense. When the previous Hydro Archon, Egeria, ruled the land, all convicted criminals from Fontaine were exiled. The people drove the criminals received no sympathy of any kind from the people. They were exiled to the... Some of them began to repent and prayed to the Hydro Archon, asking if there was still anything they could do. The Hydro... And so, leaning on the power of the Hydro Archon, they gathered underneath the sea and began to build a fortress. They became a community down there in the deep sea. As the number of exiles increased, more and more people joined the community. When the first group of exiles died, they left. The Hydro Archon continued to lend her support, allowing the fortress and what it stood for to continue growing. And with that, the people here stopped referring to the fortress as a prison. They saw themselves as repentant. But as time went on, people also realized that the fortress was a lonely place. Once they had finished serving their sentences, some people left and some others chose to stay. They'd find some idle position and let their... After many, many centuries, few people still remember the reason for the fortress's founding. Now and again, researchers manage to break one law or another and live out their days in the fortress. I learned all this from an elderly...
But now you know every part of that...
Indeed. It's just as the prophecy says. To be frank, not really. But prophecies are troublesome things. Just hearing one will create the first wave of panic. Seeing signs of it will bring about the second, and actually witnessing it in real time, let's go somewhere else. This is it.
Your Grace, perfect timing. The results from...
Wait, Jurier, he's not alone!
Huh? Lord...
No need to panic, you two.
What? After you warned us not to...
I'm skeptical as well.
The results speak for themselves, don't they?
All right then, if Your Grace insists.
They seem harmless enough, so I'll trust them for now.
Well, how about some reintroductions? This is Jurier, one of the highest-ranked researchers from the Fontaine Research Institute.
He's the one who blew the whole institute sky high. Everyone knew he was a bit crooked in the...
Edwin's main areas of research were archaeum and gravimeters. As his assistant... Ah, what a lovely idea.
Gotta admit...
Guys, focus! Focus!
That taskmaster over there is Miss Lorvine, and is also one of my technical consultants.
Ooh, are they together?
See, everyone keeps asking this question. Are you too sure you're not a couple?
Your Grace,
If I dated her, I'd officially be madder than...
Jeez, forget I said anything then. Follow me.
Whoa, there's another door that goes right up.
Your constant amazement makes it seem like the fortress can do anything.
But Paimon really thinks everything's super cool.
Well, let's spice it up a bit. And here you go.
What a huge ship? This is also a production zone that Paimon's never seen.
How much do you know about Fontaine? Well, then maybe you haven't heard the story of ancient Lemuria. According to legend, the Lemurian king Remus came to this land after being inspired by divine revelation and found the seer Sibila, who had taken on the form of a golden bee. Taking the golden bee with him and riding on a huge ship, he called his nation Lemuria and used the Fortuna to incessantly search for new tribes and islands, calling on
There's a ship in this story.
where there's water, there'll be ships. People
Do you believe that too?
to a point, I think. As you've already seen, I have a whole factory's worth of labor materials, so the moment I began to speculate that the primordial sea might lie underneath the gate,
Were you inspired by the legendary?
maybe. Fontainians need something to hold on to cope with the impending. We're the workers to find out the truth behind this ship. As the fortress's administrator, all right, that's enough talking for now. I'll need another 3 cups of tea. Seems like you're good. I'll leave you here.
Oh!
No worries. But don't forget, it's up to you whether or not you want to share what you just...
Yeah, we'll put a lot of thought into it for sure.
Great. I look forward to what happens next.
Take it easy.
We're back!
Welcome back. Do you want...
How can you be so much like Risley, always drinking tea?
Huh. Actually, while I was sedated, I could still barely hear 2 people talking next to me.
Must have been Risley and
Yeah, I heard 1 male voice and 1 female, so...
I really can't make sense of this.
So, Traveler, Paimon, were you able...
Yeah, he explained.
Very well. Then, would you mind checking your answers against my speculations? Yeah, I took the time...
Nobody else is around, and Miss Sijuin is also...
All right, then I'll posit my theories. I asked myself, firstly, why was Fremine affected by the primordial seawater? It was because he dove into...
Whoa, he's good.
That's Arlen.
Secondly, Risley's attitude changed dramatically during the course of our stay. I spent quite a long time thinking about this. If he has been monitoring the Fatui since the very beginning, what's more, the Fortress of Meripede is not part of Fontaine's court system, nor does it report to Udex Nervulet. Risley is basically the king of a no. As long as the fortress doesn't do anything about Master Child's disappearance, Father can use it to pressure the Fontaine authorities. And while the 2 factions are pitted against each other, Risley will be free to move between the... If I had to guess, he probably has something that he's working on himself. It's likely related...
You're super...
Thanks so much. If Risley does have a plan, what could it be? All I know for now is that his plan probably has something to do... that can't be the full extent of what he's doing. There's probably a secret passageway behind the block in the infirmary, and there's some... I don't have enough information, so I have no idea...
Let's see.
Could Risley have wanted to meet Father to figure out a way to deal with this? If you remember, I once mentioned that Father sees the House of the Hearth as her base of operations.
Or perhaps he didn't know, and just wanted to bring Father over to his side? Which could be...
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I understand your concerns as well. The 2 of you have already aided us far too much. If you ever need anything else going forward, though you may not share the sentiment...
You have my gratitude.
Thank you for protecting Linny when it really mattered. And thank you for sharing the secrets of the fortress with us.
Why are you being so formal all of a sudden?
Given your strength, you might not need our help at all. But if you are ever in...
Aww, the sound of them... Paimon's hungry.
Oh,
Alright, then we'll catch you guys another...
I feel...
You're incredibly helpful.
Yeah, you 2 are always
Take it easy.
Time for dinner. Welcome. Come on, let's go pick up ours as well. Traveler and Paimon, over here. Are you here for dinner too, Miss Sijwin? Mm-hmm. And I'm taking the opportunity to prepare Miss Cloran's dinner as well. Huh. You're right. What would you like to eat? Yep, you can. I've already talked to our chef, Mr. Wolsey. It's all on me today, so you can get whatever you'd like. Me too! Don't forget Paimon! No problem. So delicious. Paimon's so happy. Paimon wants... Feeling full yet? How's delicious? I'm so glad to see you all so happy. Sijwin, do you do this to help your patients or to better... a bit of both, I suppose. I'm a Melazine, which means I'm very different from human beings. I must know what you're thinking. You're really good at taking care of people. Really? You reminded... Oh, and what did you mean back in Risley's office? Oh, that. I just asked His Grace to look out for those children, especially that diver boy. Thankfully, Glorand is very strong and managed to save him in the nick of time. His Grace also sealed the pipes after Glorand left. Although the path was blocked, we still stationed some guards there to stop anyone from approaching. Oh, and I was keeping an eye on Mr. Linney as well. We had to press him, but we couldn't allow him to be in any real... You were all super It's just what we do down here at the fortress. I really wish Monsieur Nervula would come down here more often, too. Get a good night's rest, you two.
Take it easy.
So much is happening. I'm super sleepy. Delicious.
Out of my way! Get what happened? Why is everyone running? No idea, but something must have happened. Stop asking!
What happened? Why is everyone running around? Hey, what are you doing?
No time to explain, mate. Goodbye.
Hey, what? What's wrong with these people?
They're here! Yeah, there you are!
Oh, thank goodness!
Quisto and Laveroon, do you know what happened here?
We came here especially to inform you. Something seems to have gone. Laveroon was saying you two are new here and you don't have many friends, so you might slip through the cracks. Haven't you heard all the stories like that? An evacuation.
Wait, weren't you the one who brought that up?
Hey, shut up!
Okay, whatever. The point is, you should come with us. Yeah, he said to get as far away as possible, upwards and outwards.
Oh no.
Whoa, wait, what? What? Hey!
We have to go find the Duke! You two just go and get out! Go on without him!
Hey, hey! Be careful!
Attention! Please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards as possible. Attention! Please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far.
They're here.
Just like I said.
What happened?
You're just in time. But be ready to run. Three, two, one.
This won't hold it for long. Find Neuvillette. Tell him the defenses are about to collapse.
Then what will happen to you?
Until he arrives, we're the last line of defense. The gate. How long do you think it'll hold?
That depends on us.
Neuvillette? Why are you here?
Traveler, I need you to head to the Farina will soon be meeting with the knave there. You must protect Farina and make sure she doesn't Will do. You...
Look, there are a ton of Fatilian.
Are you two the Traveler and Paimon? Though I'm sure he's already explained, this should be a mostly cordial conversation, unlikely to give rise to violence.
Oh, so you two are the honored guests Miss Farina mentioned.
Of course, of course. How could they not attend a meeting such as that?
It is my pleasure to make your acquaintance, traveler. I have heard
I've already prepared seats for you.
Perhaps you two are unaware of how Miss Farina and I do things. You see, we actually recently agreed to get together. See this? This is a limited type of confectionery that Miss Farina simply adores. There are...
Traveler, what do you think of this cake?
That's good to hear. So what Child said was on the mark after. I wonder how he's doing nowadays. You must have heard, right? He's suddenly got...
Since we're talking about him, I feel like I should...
Oh, so you're also familiar with his aptitude for fighting, Miss Farina. Oh, against ordinary people, my colleague would never be on the back foot. But alas, he just never imagined he'd run into such a person. Coming from...
but I thought you would be happier to hear the news.
Of course, but it's still a bit of a shame. You see, I would have been far happier had I received this new...
Well, in any...
Oh, and just...
Because,
And where did he go after leaving the...
Well...
The fortress of Meripede lies deep beneath the waves, unless he pranced right out of the main... Ah, that is good news at least. His sister Tonya sent a letter to Fontaine not too long ago. Do you have any idea how he usually writes back to his family? Dear Tonya, your letter made me feel...
All letters tend to follow the same few formats anyway, right? As long as the... Hold on. The water in the teacup is...
I suppose this is also a sign of things to come.
Huh? I don't quite understand.
Have we entered into the next stage of the prophet?
My thanks to you both. I will take it from here.
Sure you don't need a hand?
Quite sure.
Wow. So, what's your secret, huh? Let me guess. Nah, who knows? Maybe it's just your sense of responsibility.
Sounds about right.
A day may come when the prophecy is fulfilled, and the waters burst forth. But it is not this day! This ancient power could easily obliterate an entire race. A tsunami of fury would unleash endless catastrophe. This sentence is too severe. Forgive me for overruling it.
All right. Seems like the...
Let me guess. We're safe.
Indeed. But only for now.
I win this bet.
Very well. It was indeed.
You made a...
We made a bet on the size of your entourage. Cloran thought you wouldn't come down, but...
I figured you would have at least brought a few people along for appearance's sake.
Shouldn't you have gotten used to confidential missions by now?
So what gift must the loser give? Tea?
He already has tons of tea in his office. I'm thinking about a set of legal codices.
That wouldn't happen to be a dig at my lack of legal awareness, would it?
Well, I'm sure His Grace doesn't consider the fortress to be outside.
I was under the impression the residents of a place like this would be uninterested.
That was obviously a joke. Anyway, you've still got some unfinished business to attend to in the overworld, correct?
No need to stay here if you have a pressing matter. We all know you can't leave Palais Mermonia for long.
Thank you. I hope everything went smoothly with the Fatui Harbinger.
I must say, Miss Farina, as the Hydro Archon, I am sure you understand the exact meaning of the phenomenon.
What are you trying to say?
At this point, I don't think there's any more need to speak as diplomatic representatives. Allow me to speak to you now as just a Fontainian. Yet, here you are, relaxing, drinking tea, and eating desserts as if it's all nothing more than a few stray bugs in your garden. Do you really think that's acceptable? The prophecy's hanging above our necks like a guillotine. Every faction is looking for a way to either avert the disaster, but you? It beggars belief just how nonchalant and carefree you have been. From the very beginning, you, the god Focalor.
You're wrong. I've never ignored the prophecy, nor have I just been passing the time in self-indulgence. Retract your accusation and stop doubting the—
I am not alone in my doubts, you know. All the children of Fontaine may be harboring the exact same thought. Oh, great Hydro Archon. How are you going to—
I have my ways, and I've been working on them for all this time. Even if you look down upon me, you have no right to judge me. Fontaine will be saved. Even if I still cannot see the true future right now, as long as I continue on as I am, I will be able to hold my head up high!
Then I ask you, Miss Farina, just what have you been working on? Where can we seek—
My machinations are just like the prophecy itself. They will only reveal the—
I see. As a god, the proof of your labor always lies— Allow me to be so bold as to ask another way. Would it be possible for you to tell us the parts of your plan that are not confidential?
An emergency response plan?
Oh, that look in your eyes.
The emergency—
Then allow me to jog your memory. Miss Farina, what is the purpose of your Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal? And what do you plan to do with the massive amounts of indemnitium that has accumulated—
The Oratrice? It's just like—
So you also have no idea. If I'm not mistaken, someone's using it to prepare for something. But unfortunately, it would seem that someone is not you. I first caught wind of this when Linny tried to investigate the Oratrice in the Opera House. You see, even just getting close to the core contaminated him with an extremely— But even if that had nothing to do with you, then what could you possibly be working on? Oh, right. I almost forgot. Udex Nouvillette is not at the tea party with us today. Miss Farina?
Yes, that's exactly—
Of course I will. Although, I must say, Miss Farina, you seem quite Oh, very well. Let's stop that conversation here. There are still a few slices of cake left, so— Traveler, I I heard that you were recently commissioned to handle a few matters on behalf of the Utex. Why don't you take an extra slice of cake? You too, Paimon.
Thank you. Oh, Paimon's super.
If it's on my.
You're welcome. I'm sure the cake also felt greatly honored to be featured at Miss Farina. It is getting late.
Very well.
Mind seeing me off, traveler? We could use the opportunity to discuss child before I must.
Paimon's coming too.
Scatter!
I'm glad that you were willing to come with me. Of course, child was just an excuse. I have no interest in your dealings with him.
That's what Paimon thought.
You lent your aid to the children of the House of the Hearth. As their father, I would like to express my gratitude. That was all. Formal topics should be discussed in formal settings, and informal topics in informal settings. I know you just returned from the fortress of Meripede. Relax. I have no intention of trying to get an—
They've all been working very hard and have always done all they can to fight back against anyone who tried to stop them.
You mean Wriothesley. He's a tricky one to deal with. By the way, and you can just consider this a bit of idle gossip, you are outside of our disputes, and the freest person in all of Fontaine. able to move around most easily.
And that's everything that happened during the trial. Master Child was declared guilty and immediately—
Didn't he say he was coming here on vacation? Does he not— Forget it. I will be meeting someone—
Do you require help with any—
No need. I need to meet with Farina, the Hydro Archon. She is at the heart of Fontaine. But what's—
Oh, come over here, you little critter, you! You dare to run from me? Stop right this—
My goal is just to discover the location of the Gnosis. But I didn't expect the chance to approach Farina to be handed to me on a silver platter. Anything left unguarded is usually just bait. But no one will blame someone for taking the bait. It's just as I guessed in the second before I struck. In fact, this Archon doesn't seem like a god at all. And I sense that she's under some kind of—
Who are you? And what are you trying—
The fear in her pupils is genuine. So perhaps she's not beta? I left the scene with ease. Nobody came looking for me, and nobody could serve as a witness to my near assassination of Focalor. Not long after, my informants confirmed what I had guessed. After returning to her quarters, Farina there's no doubt that there's something wrong with her. I began to entertain the possibility that she is not the true Hydro Archon. I have to find the Gnosis. If the Neuvillette hypothesis is correct, he is probably in possession of it. Alternatively—
Yes, Father.
My dear children.
News from the Fortress of Meripede. Master Child is
probably the handiwork of that—
I'm afraid so.
This is a good opportunity. The value of a Harbinger is much higher than most would imagine. We now have set up a meeting for me. Oh, and I have—
Yes, Father.
Tartaglia's disappearance was not a part of my plan, but I can use it to make a breakthrough. The initiative belongs to the House of the Hearth. My wish to investigate the Fortress of Meripede will be a front. You should know the rest. Lenny's group is quite close to you. It wouldn't mean anything, even if you shouted it from the rooftops. After all, even Farina— I've now had 2 chances to enjoy tea with Farina. I have to say, the leadership of Fontaine is even more inscrutable than I had imagined. I once surmised I am a servant of Her Majesty the Tsaritsa. Over my years of service, I've learned how a real Archon conducts and carries themselves. Whether Eudex Neuville— Of course, that is all just how It is, however, quite amusing to me that after all my years working in intelligence gathering, I've come to Don't you think Fontaine is quite intriguing? A catastrophe looms, yet many secrets have yet to rise to the surface. Ultimately, though, one must survive in order to do— You don't need to commit to anything right now, of course. I have a feeling that the situation will continue to evolve, and as your name is often connected with noble deeds, I'm sure we will work together someday. He certainly returned quickly.
Neuvillette?
For now, yes. But this issue will prove quite thorny in the long term. Thank you for protecting Farina. To put it simply, I used my power to force back the Primordial Sea. So as expected, the Knave has turned up the pressure on Farina. Permission granted.
Whoa. You can't tell us? Then that's okay.
If by the phrase, "you guys," you are referring to Farina and I, then although I'm not sure just what you are trying to imply, I must clarify that I do not share her positions on a multitude of topics. I believe so. The fortress has a long and complex and now, another catastrophe will soon be upon us. I'm more—
Huh? What?
You may be closer to the truth than you think.
Oh? And what are you thinking? The dragon of... Huh?
Please do not be...
We were just guessing randomly. We didn't guess right, did we? You're not actually the dragon sovereign of water, right?
You guessed correctly.
Right, of course. There's still...
Please, go ahead.
Well, if you are the dragon sovereign of water, and you... Then since Fontaine's prophecy is all about seawater, couldn't...
None of the currently living dragon sovereigns in the world. They say that when the first usurper arrived on TEYVAT, they seized a part of the dragon's power. Today, that stolen power is the...
There are 7 elemental archons and 7 match...
The dragon sovereign of water who lived through that era perished a long time ago. As their successor, I know far less of that part of our ancient history. In any case, I believe I will not be able to do much, unless the Ark... Given the status quo, however, I would recommend...
Oh, so we...
I still have some urgent matters to attend to at my office. If you...
Please go right ahead. There's a place that Paimon wants to go too. Traveler, why don't we pay another visit to the... We'll see you another time.
Take care.
Courier?
Yeah, I was...
That's no excuse for...
Courier, Lurvine, we're back!
Hello there. It's been quite the mess here.
And you? Are you still taking the secret path?
Yep.
It can be a bit annoying when there are lots of people in the infirmary, but I still prefer taking that...
I mean, the infirmary does make it easy.
Oh, yeah? Then...
You two really are just using your jobs as a cover for your...
Not at all!
Take it easy.
Traveler! Paimon, Are you still doing alright? Did either of you get... We're fine, but what if a few people sustained superficial injuries? But that's about the extent of the damage. Of course, we must... How did Nervalet... Well, Miss Sure Nervalet has strong resonance with the hydro element. I ran into the bombshell bros while bandaging the injuries of the wounded. If you're not too pressed for time, just let me know if you get a craving for any particular dish, so I can have Mr. Wolsey get your meals prepared. I'd like to take the opportunity to spend some more time observing your facial muscles as well.
Grab yourself a welfare meal.
you can find the time.
Now guess.
Well, well, look who it is.
Traveler, Paimon.
Looks like you're recovering.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right.
Oh, how did she react?
She told me that it was not.
She didn't want to stress you out, that's all.
Yeah.
Okay, but check this out.
You meant father?
She said a few things that were,
Her attitude towards you is even better than... You should believe her. She has her own way of doing things, and she'll do everything in her power to help...
Mm-hmm. Father is very capable. Oh, Paimon just remembered that she thought Lenny was a bit too proud as well. She's a...
That does sound like something that father would say.
Hey!
Are you going to stay here for them? Looks like it, yeah. Excellent. I will... For real? Then Paimon went... Another implies that you are already... Well, next...
You guys are back?
You guys didn't...
And here I thought you'd managed to escape from jail during all the commotion. I'd held...
All right, there's no need to get caught up in the...
Hey, it wasn't just me.
Something. I was also transferred to work in the kitchen a few days ago. Whenever he'd say that, I'd tell him I'm sure they're fine, wherever they are.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with worried about your prison pals. Is there? I mean...
These two. They sure are a lot warmer and friendlier than when Paimon first met.
Oh, well, if you say so.
Take it easy.
Do my eyes deceive me, or did I just see two?
We wanted to see how the fortress is doing.
We're fine, for the most part.
If that's the case, why...
Oh, yeah, what a brilliant plan. Let's go convince the Udex himself to exchange the courts of Fontaine for a puddle of water in the middle of nowhere. He came here in a hurry and left without even stopping for a cup of tea. He did remember to take Miss C.
He sure sounds...
Miss Cloran has left as well.
Were the gifts milk...
Nervalette got the milkshake.
Those aren't even...
Well, it's Nervalette's own fault for making Sigewinne worried about his health by working so much. But besides that, our head nurse is still pretty fond of picking out beauty. Oh, and I have some gifts here.
Are these from Sea?
Nope, they're from yours. You've already wrapped up your work at the fortress, so you can return to the surface at any...
For real? Then we can stay.
You may access the cafe. Just remember to come complete your pay...